The early return of Daima Goku and Glorio, but who should you choose with your hard-earned red coins? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we have the Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta's banner live in both Global and JP. Dokkan is the first Dokkan Fest exclusive post-anniversary, and to everyone's surprise, the two Daima units, the New Year's Daima units, Goku and Glorio, have returned early. So in this video, we're going to take a look at both of them and decide who you should choose with your 400 hard-earned red coins. After all, many of you guys just participated in the 10th anniversary, spent a whole lot of stones, probably built yourself up a nice stock of red coins that you may or may not have used towards pity in the Dokkan Fest or Carnival LRs during that time. So let me begin by saying that if you did not pull one of the Dokkan Fest LRs, either Vegito or Gogeta here, that should be your number one priority. Whatever coins you have saved, all right, anything less than 1,000, right, because each of these costs 500, you should be saving until July when these guys make their return to both Global and JP, and they will cost 500 each. So let's get that out of the way. So this is assuming you have those units, or you know you're going to summon 500 coins between now and then. So now let's talk about the return of the Daima units. So first off, we have Goku. Goku leads transformation boost in Dragon Ball Seekers for 170, and then additional 200 for those that are on Pure Saiyans or Accelerated Battle. It's honestly a half-decent leader skill, right? Transformation Boost is pretty good. I think it's kind of funny that both him and the Vegeta lead Transformation Boost. Only Vegeta's is now for a adds for a 220%, although only for Power Beyond Super Saiyan characters. But nonetheless, still interesting, because for a while we haven't gotten many Saiyan transformation boost leads. But anyways, his super attack effect is really good. 41% for 2 turns to attack. This makes for some silliness on those attack buffs for the allies. He has a damage reduction rate in chance of evading enemies' attack 20% for his initial turn. This really helps him get built up, especially in some of these harder fights. He has a basic effect of 3 key, attack defense 200%, damage reduction rate 30%, and a high chance of evading enemies' attack. As the first or second attacker in his turn, he gets defense 100% and chance of evading 20%. So, I mean, really, he wants to be slot 1 or slot 2. Putting him slot 3 can be a bit risky because he does lose this additional 100% as well as his extra evasion, so just be aware of that. As the second attacker return, he gets 100% attack and an additional super attack with a high chance of becoming a super attack. So 50% chance of doing an additional super attack, which means that if he procs those, that's actually an 82% raise. If he procs his hidden potential, that's 124% or 123% raise. So that's actually pretty darn good. Moving on from there, when receiving an attack, he gets an additional 200%, and for every attack received or evaded, he gets an additional attack 50% up to 200. Starting from the next turn, after he evades 5 or more attacks, or starting for the 6th turn, he gets an additional 159%, and effective against all types. All right, so really, Daima Goku's use comes in this ability right here, attack 41%. He's really useful on Gogeta's team and Vegeta's team for helping to push the units on their team beyond whatever limits they may have had. Like, it's kind of crazy what he allows him to do, and him being essentially a Super Saiyan Goku unit puts him on a lot of good categories, right? Pure Saiyans, Goku's family, bond of parent and child. Because his active skill has him going Super Saiyan 2, he gets to be on Super Saiyan 2. Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Earthbred Fighters, all of these, Accelerated Battle, Transformation Boost now is kind of coming into its own. All of these are great categories that he can slide very, very easily into. The other unit we have, of course, returning is the Glorio. Glorio leads Demonic Power for a straight 200%, or Battle of Wits and Accelerated Battle for 170, with an additional 30 for those on Dragon Ball Seeker. So honestly, outside of the Demonic Power lead, which is already a very limited category, his actual lead is not that great, to be completely honest. Although there are a lot of decent units on Accelerated Battle, but not also on Dragon Ball Seekers, which means they're all only on the 170. Now, his super attack effect is actually really neat. It infinitely raises his attack by 9% and defense 6% every time he does one. And that's really cool because when you look at his passive, he's doing a lot of crazy things that can really take advantage of that. He launches an additional attack for his first turn, like a guaranteed additional super attack for his first turn. After that, he gets key 3, attack defense 200%, has a 50% chance of doing an additional super attack, and a 50% chance of evading. As a second or third attacker, he gets an additional attack with a 70% chance to do a super attack, and as the third attacker in the turn, he gives all allies 50% for 3 turns. This is a crazy ability. Key 1 and 3% or 50% for 3 turns. This basically covers all characters until he comes back on rotation. Like that's how good of an ability that is. He has attack and defense 150% when attacking, and for every attack performed, he gets the 50% attack and defense within the turn. So this is that Gohan effect, right, where he builds up within the turn. STR Gohan has this ability. It's a really nice ability. It's really handy. For kind of just building up his ability to tank in the third slot, because that's mostly where he's going to be. He also has an additional attack 30% within the turn for every attack performed, right? So these two combine, it's very similar to the Rose effect, except his additional chance is higher, which means you're going to see this proc more often. But the nice thing is that, right, so the 50% is for every attack performed, he'll get stronger. This one is for every 30, this 30% is for every super attack. So it builds 70% essentially if you kept doing super attacks. It compounds and builds very quickly. He also has an additional chance of evading enemies attack 10% within the turn, up to 30% for every super attack he performs, which means if he doesn't tank, he's probably got a pretty good chance to dodge it. So really, really good there. And then, of course, every time he performs 3 attacks, he gets a guaranteed additional super attack. And then, of course, he has one of those very, very useful active skills, which disables the enemy's action. Very, very helpful. So out of the two, I would say, given the current state of the 220% meta, I mean, prior to this release, we probably would have said Glorio, because Glorio was considered number 1. But given the state of the current 200% meta, or 220% meta, Daima Goku is actually far more useful if he was the one you were missing. Now, we did have an opportunity during the 10th anniversary to pick up any unit for free using a Memorial Dragon Stone. So if you were one of those who got lucky and picked up all the anniversary units, and you're okay with the amount of them you have, whether dupes or 55% or whatever, and you're okay with that, I mean, this Daima Goku, given the state of things, is probably not a bad pick for that if you don't want to spend your red coins. But out of the two options to spend your red coins for, I would say currently Daima Goku is the priority. Glorio might come into his own a little bit later, but in the current state of the game, he doesn't really have a category to be run on, right? He's got Demonic Power, Battle of Wits, Accelerated Battle, Heavenly Events, and Dragon Ball Seekers, which means he is currently on none of the current 220% leads. But we'll see if that changes here in the near future. The other unit that has returned during this is AGL Vegeta's first return. Now, let me say this. This is one of those characters, right? Like, you shouldn't have summoned on him when he released in-game back in October. He's a unit that the coins were designed for. But now we have pity, right? So things are a little bit different now. So what I'll say is this, is if you are a person who is fully caught up, you have every anniversary units, you've got Glorio and Daima Goku, and you are comfortable with the amount of stones you get, this is probably one of your few chances to pick him up with your coins. Otherwise, I mean, you can just wait till you get him pop into your summons. I'm sure eventually he will, but he should not be a priority. I know he is your this is his first return, and typically the first return is when you want to coin these units. Because he's also returning in conjunction with Daima Goku and Glorio, right? He should be the least of your priorities on this banner. I will say Super Saiyan Vegeta, 3 Vegeta, is actually really good. He's only 150 coins, but you can get him for free with your redstone if you hadn't done that already, which I did recommend you do because we did kind of see this guy coming. I would definitely, you know, if you have to use the stones because or the coins, then it's okay, but definitely wouldn't do it. For the GT Duo, I would even though they're incredibly good, I wouldn't use your coins to get them because they will return very, very soon. These are probably 2 units that they love to slap onto banners as often as they can. They will show up again here soon within the year, I am certain. So guys, that is it for the video. That is my recommendation for your 400 coins. Daima Goku followed by Glorio are probably your best choice, and this of course assumes you do already have the coins necessary for the anniversary LRs, or you already picked them up during the anniversary. So guys, that is it for the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below, let us know, who did you end up picking up with your coins? I was actually going to pick up AGL Vegeta, but we did a YOLO multi earlier today, and we actually did pick up another copy of him, so I have him now at 79%, which I am comfortable with. So no need to waste our coins. We can save them for someone else. So if nothing else, guys, thanks for watching, and aloha.